I said Glenn Dean the whole time. I think it's Johnny Oliver. Is that Johnny Oliver? You think it is? What's up, big guy? Good job tonight.
Appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit about this car. I mean, there's some vintage fans out there that, I mean, people love to see stuff like this. When I first came to the racetrack many years ago, we saw body styles a lot like this in the street stock division. But what kind of guy, I know you're running street stocks, but what kind of got you interested? I know you've been big into vintage racing.
So I've always liked the old school late models and stuff from back in the 70s and all, and that's kind of what we're trying to replicate with this class. It's a 76 LTD chassis, shortened up for 67 Cougar body. We got an FE, a 427 in it. Jim Morgan built it. That thing is just, it's smooth. It's the smoothest engine I think I've sat behind. And we had the original date. We had about 8 or 10 cars committed to coming, but they couldn't show up for this one. I wish more cars would show up, but these things are a lot of fun to drive, and hopefully it takes off because it's a fun class.
It's fun. I love watching cars of this body style. Tony Wood, I think he's got a 63 Ford, something like that. And I remember going back to the old Virginia Motor Speedway back in the days when Pete was running late models and we had Vernon Harris back with us. And that street stock class was full of 63 and 64 Fords. And I think Johnny Miner had a little Camaro. He would whip everybody's tail. But it was so cool to see those cars.
Yeah, I know Butch Manley had it. I know Grandpop and his brother Donnie, they had a lot of old Galaxies and Trinos and stuff that they run, and it's more fun to watch them race because you know what you're looking at instead of just the custom bodies that we got on these street stocks now. But they each got their place at the track, and it'd be real nice to see this take off.
Well, I know you're busy because I think you're getting ready to start on the pole. All right, Johnny, great job tonight, and good luck in that street race. What else you need to say?
I appreciate it. I'd like to thank Mark Guy and all them over at Budweiser, S&B Cleaning, Three Mules Welding Supplies, Jim Morgan for building the motor, Missy and David for putting this race on. Memory of Darryl Hills, he was a real good family friend, and we all miss him. I'd like to thank all the fans and everything for coming out and supporting this tonight. We couldn't do it without you. Appreciate it.
All right, Johnny Oliver, our winner tonight. He's about to start on the pole. And fans, let's... Well, Wyatt Hanson, you're way too quick for me. The 25's already here in victory lane, taking the street stock victory tonight and the championship to boot. But I got to take you back to that turn 4 run when Mason spun. Boy, you were so close to them wheels coming to a 4-wheel stop. We kept watching it. It was so close.
Yeah, definitely was close. I was able to get it back on, so I'm just glad they didn't think I stopped anyway. So it worked out. Sucks for him. Looks like he kind of did the same thing I did. It's a thin line there from just hitting that cushion and going up. So, but made it work.
It's been a good season for you. This thing, I think, is victory number 4, including a small car nationals. And let's get back to that because that was a stacked field of street stock drivers on that weekend as well. Those are 4 very impressive wins, but tonight a biggie that locks up that championship for you. Who would you like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Three Mules, S&B, Wayne's Painting, JCR, BBF Preschool, and everybody that helps.
All right, Wyatt, anything else you'd like to add for the season? And what's happening in the offseason? What are your plans for 2026?
We're not sure yet. We got to think about it.
All right. Well, enjoy this victory. Enjoy this championship. We'll see you at the banquet in January.
Thank you.
All right. Wyatt Hanson, your winner tonight in the Adams Property Works Street Stock main event and also taking the championship for 2025. One final rev before he shut that motor off. And that was a sigh of relief, Rev, for the 25Z of Mason Ziegler. Told him earlier this year, you might want to change that Z to a K because he came close to 25,000 tonight. As he gets himself out of the car, fans, give it up for Mason Ziegler, your inaugural Fall Clash Super Late Model Champion here in Jim Berneisel's series. What a great race for the 25Z tonight from start to finish. Surviving a lot of caution flags and relentless effort and pressure from one of the best in the business in Greg Satterley out of Indiana, Pennsylvania. We'll get a chance to talk to Greg and also Trevor Feathers. You know what, Mason, right off the bat, I've got to give you congratulations because many times when I talked to you down in Victory Lane and you were finishing second, you were so gracious. I know I could see the look on your face and it was basically daggone it. This just stinks. We are so close. I said it earlier, you're the bookend winner. You took the opener for Labor Day weekend. Wins sometimes are the mark of a championship, consistency wins the title. You found a way to be most consistent through the entire Fall Clash season and then come away with the victory when it counted. How does this feel?
It feels amazing. I mean, Trevor was just so good there these last couple races. We really had to get up on the wheel, and we were so good earlier this year in this car, and then I blew a tire out and got into the wall at Sillins Grove, and we sort of struggled for 3 races after that, and I got to say hats off to my crew and Brian. Took this thing and disassembled it down to bare bones and found, honestly, a couple little tiny things that were so minimal that I wouldn't even think make a difference. And first thing we do is pull out last night at Hot Laps, and we're 2/10 better in the field, and I'm like, she's back. So those little details make such a big difference, and I can't thank my crew enough. And yeah, I mean, we just persevered, and they really got in close there. And as soon as we felt the heat, we had to light her back on fire. And Trevor came and whipped my ass in my hometown. I had to come back and try and get him in his.
Well, and it was a great run. Sad only made that one bit. You knew it was coming. Eventually, you knew it was coming. You were able to keep it at bay by just a scant few car lengths the entire time. Restarts, he was digging right down to the bottom of turn number 1 and 2, almost right in the loose dirt. And you were able to stretch out to just about a 3 or 4 car length advantage, but it was never much. But that car, you just found the bottle of consistency and maturity in that car tonight to just hold on to that number 1 spot.
Yeah, I knew if I just kept him behind me, I knew if I didn't lose my momentum leaving the corner, he could never have enough momentum to slide me. And they're my buddies, so I knew he wasn't going to run me over or nothing. I'm sure he could have at any point, but no, I mean, I just felt like I really wanted to push it as hard as I needed to, but as soon as I'd see the lap traffic out ahead, I'd really think to myself, I do not want to get bottled up behind these lap cars, so I would try and ride as long as I could and push it as hard as I had to feel like he wasn't going to pass me, but also not catch the lap cars, because they've just costed me so many different times, and nothing they're doing wrong. It's just me as a driver. I got to get better. And Jonathan Davenport told me one time, when you can see him ahead of you, you don't want to catch him. So, I find myself starting to think a little bit now and think about that, and it definitely helped us tonight.
A couple things I'm going to think about. Hagerstown, you had a very good lead out there, and eventually it came back and got you. There's been other events in which you've been the leader, and eventually towards the end it didn't work out. I know there was a lot of cautions, especially the early part of this race, but did that, not lap traffic really, but just the overall performance of the car and everything work to your benefit with that amount of cautions? Was that kind of a godsend to you, or... I mean, because sometimes when you run long extended laps, maybe the tire wear is a little bit greater, but it looked like no matter what, you were up for the challenge.
Now, I hated all those early cautions because that top was starting to get black, and that bottom, I felt like Greg was really good. And at some point, I was going to start taking the bottom on the restarts because I felt, if he timed his restart just right, he was probably going to get me. And it was getting hairy. I didn't know really what line to choose. And I think there was one caution that I liked, and that was... I can't remember what lap that was, but then that one there at the end killed me as I started getting a real good rhythm, and just basically gets everyone a chance to reset and come back at me as I'm just finding my rhythm. So, no, I wasn't a huge fan of all the cautions, but we persevered and we came out on top, so I guess that's all that matters.
$20,000 night and a very successful Fall Clash Championship. What does this mean to you?
Now, I wish we could have won more of them, but I can't thank my sponsors enough. Green Lane Fuel Savings, if you're buying diesel at a truck stop, check them out. Unbelievable company to be a part of. Again, that's Green Lane. Check out HW, Harris Walmsley Enterprises, RBS Truck Collision, Glenn and Stephanie Elliott. Everything they do for me, I couldn't do without them. He called me earlier before the races and was like, get her done. Don't call me unless you win. So, no, I can't thank them enough for everything they've done for me over the years. I mean, we wouldn't be here without them. They pay for my rig, and both the cars are racing right now. So, everyone that's part of this thing, Rocket, Fox Shocks, Madison Gas, Justin with Deep Creek Docks, Clements Race Engines, everyone that's on this thing, I really can't thank them all enough. And my family, my crew, Darryl, Brian, Buck, Frankie, he's always out here helping us. Marshall's not here tonight, but him, Ron, Luann, everyone that's been a part of this thing all season. It's a huge team effort, and I wish Ron and Luann could have been here tonight because they've been big supporters of ours for a long time. And, just like I said, I can't thank them all enough. And thank you, fans, for sticking out this cold weather. It's pretty nippy. So
yeah, she dropped about 49 degrees with about 10 laps to go. But Mason, thank you so much. It's been an honor. For my part, it's been an absolute honor to be a part of this deal with you. Congratulations.
Thank you again. Thank you, fans, for coming out, and hopefully see you next year.
All right, Mason Ziegler, your inaugural Fall Clash champion here at the Potomac Speedway. As we're going to try to get some words On them restarts, you would get right down to that loose dirt with those left wheels. Kenny Moreland was right on your bumper all the time, but somehow you found a way, dig in coming off of turn number 2. You kept him honest the whole way.
Yeah, congrats to him. He had a really good car. I came close there right at the end there. Trevor showed me the top coming out of 2 where it kind of got a little bit clean, and he had a run on me, and I was able to keep him behind me, and I almost was able to get by him the next lap. I didn't make it happen, but it was a good night, good weekend down here. We didn't tear anything up and had some fun. So, congrats to Mason on his on the Fall Class Championship, and thanks again to all the sponsors to help make this happen. My crew, my family, wife, daughter, my dad, everyone that helps and comes along and supports us. We appreciate it. Fun night. So thanks to the Hills family and Potomac and all the fans for supporting us, and we'll hopefully be back.
Yeah, I got to talk to Trevor because he's got to be scratching his wondering. The 2 guys in front of him, one of them I was chasing for the Appalachian Mountain Speedway Championship. He finished 2nd. The other one I'm chasing for the Fall Class Championship. I can't get him. But they're 3 of the best in the business right there. You guys put on a hell of a show, and we are so appreciative of you coming down and for the great job that you have done all season and being a class act the way you always have been.
Yep, thanks again, and congrats to both of these guys. Their team's definitely been working hard, both of them, and they've definitely made some gains. So I guess to be up here on the front straight with them is considered a good night, and we'll just take a second and call it a year.
All right, Greg. Great job. Thank you for being here.
Yep, thanks again.
All right, Greg Satterley taking away the 2nd place spot tonight in our Fall Clash event. And, of course, our Appalachian Mountain Speedway champions, the Bernheisel's 2 champions from summer and fall. They're right here in the top 2. T-Rev, hey, what can you say? I tell you what, you found some top shelf action, and you made it entertaining for a lot of fans in these grandstands tonight. I know it's not where you wanted to be. You've been a class act all year, and it's been a pleasure to talk to you in victory lane for 4 times. And I'm thinking what's going through his mind. He's chasing the 2 guys in front of him that won those 2 championship series this year. But what does that say about this team? You're right there in the thick of the battle. You guys are right there with these 2 as well.
Well, anytime you're up here with that company, it's always a good night. We had a good car right there. Everybody, they've been working real hard. Give me a good car everywhere we went. I screwed us up last night at Georgetown and really killed the chance of having a chance to win the championship. But it's been a very good year, a surreal year. We won races that I never thought I would win in my life. So the Bedford race, the Kutztown, going to Clinton County first time and winning there. It's been a really amazing year, and it's all due to them. They work hard, they play hard, and it's just been fun.
Well, I told you I was your good luck charm because I saw you so many times. I kind of let you down tonight, so I'm sorry about that. But I want to thank you so much for the tremendous job that you did throughout. You did a lot for Jim Bernheisel's series. You were a class act as well as these other 2 drivers up here. Tremendous and fierce intensity. There were a lot of times at different racetracks, you might have been running 4th, 5th. And it's like, where in the world did he come from? It's something about that team. You guys have found something late in the event, and it's just your intensity as a driver and your drive and determination that is just so fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, they don't give up on me, so I can't give up on them. I mean, right there, I think we were back to 7th maybe at one point, and we caught a break on a couple restarts, made some moves, and then, I'm not one to really follow. Like I said, I would rather run 10th than follow them around, run 3rd, and, they're good. I surprised Greg off of turn 2. That was my only chance to get around him. And we got together. Like I said, it's racing. I know how he races. I know if he knew I was there, he would have gave me 10 feet of room. But anytime you're behind these 2, it shows. They're the 2 best in our area. And this year we've been right there with them, beat them a couple times, and that's what it's all about, is keeping them honest.
Trevor, I'd like to thank you for some great memories on behalf of a lot of fans throughout all of these racetracks we've been at. You have made some memories, and you have put some thrilling events on for all of us here. We thank you so much for the great sportsman that you are and just the fierce competitor. What a great season. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks to the fans that came out this whole series. I hope Jim does it again. It was a lot of fun. We got to go to some new places and have some new experiences. So thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody in the 72 crew. It was a blast all year with them.
All right, Trevor Feathers out of Winchester, Virginia, your 3rd place finisher tonight in our Darryl Hills Memorial. Chance to chat, but how would you assess your overall season? I mean, you're right up there in the thick of the battle with 2 of the very best in Pennsylvania dirt late model racing all the time, and boy, you just put yourself right in the thick of that battle as well.
Yeah, we had a really great fall clash. It just never was quite as good as we needed it to be. Like you said, our best shot was at Bedford. I thought we had that one in the bag. I was just cruising, and that didn't work out. But, sometimes you just got to be consistent. You don't win any, but you run good enough, often enough, and you end up third in points.
Well, you did a fantastic job, and I know you're just a little bit too far back from those two, and I'm hoping next year things are going to turn and be even better for you. That 119 was always right up in the thick of the battle. We appreciate you being a part of it. I know Dad runs a series. You didn't have to run it. He didn't make you run it, did he?
I think I'd have been disowned if I didn't come.
All right. Assess your overall season and where are we headed for the offseason into next year. What's on Brian Bernheisel's radar?
As of right now, we don't know yet. That's always up in the air. We ran for points at Bedford this year, and then ran the Fall Clash and the Speed Week series. So I guess it kind of depends what the schedules look like. We'll decide over the winter, but we have a new car we're working on right now. Try some new stuff in spring and see if we can get even better.
I knew one way or the other I was going to chance to talk to you. I didn't realize he was going to bring you up there for the third place in points, but see, we still got a chance to talk one time. It's been great being around you this year for the Fall Clash Series, and I hope to be around you a lot more next year as well, my friend.
Well, thanks a lot. Hopefully you'll see me in Victory Lane eventually.
Absolutely. Brian Bernheisel, the 119, your number 3 point man in our Fall Clash Series for 2025. All right, where do we start? Check, 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 cash. Check, cash, check. I don't want to kiss. I'll take a hug. Justin, hey, what a dominating performance tonight. Congratulations, win number 3 this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You have no idea. I actually texted Alan's brother Sean, and I'm like, this thing, we changed oil last night, and it was making a knock-in tapping sound, and he was going to let me borrow his car, and I just said, you know what? It's a $900 motor. We got some cams in it, and it's either going to go or blow, and it held. So thank God for that.
Well, you guys have had a fun season. It's been enjoyable watching the Roadster division, and you guys had a very tight point battle coming right down to the wire. I'm assuming, because I don't even know what the points gap is in the breakdown, I'm assuming he may have nipped you, or did he?
I hope he did. Look, I got a couple track championships. I was just having fun. We helped Steven build that car last season, and he's really come into it. So he got his first win in it. So I'm happy for him. That's what I told him the whole year. We were neck and neck, and I'm like, dude, just calm. Literally, before the race, he's all worried because last week I'm like, just calm down. Like, you'll be fine. Like, just run your race. He literally pulled up on the backstretch, and I'm like, be good, man. I want him to win it. I'm not pressed on it.
Yeah, it was crazy because you had a good lead. He was mired back in a good battle with it was probably about 3 or 4 cars in between you and him. It's like, oh, this is going to get tight as far as points. And then a couple things changed for him towards the very end. But nonetheless, what a good season. 3 victories and a very solid season for you guys and battling for the championship right down to the wire.
I had a great. Well, it's been back and forth. We put a faster motor in it, blew that up, so we just went back to Old Faithful, and now I'm torn because that was faster than the damn built motor. So I really wanted a good run with Alan because me and him are always neck and neck. So, but yeah, I could not be more proud of Hood Signs. He did the wrap. He gets the fuel. He makes the cars look good. My buddy Andy from Pop Pop's Garage, he does all the fabrication. He actually, this trailing arm, we keep bending him. He just plated that, got that. Rolo up in PA, he just tuned the car. We finally got it worked out right, and it felt great tonight. And Chesapeake Ice, Ultra Trailer Sales, and I think that's about it.
Well, Billy's got you the last 2 times when you won. I haven't been down. I get stuck upstairs. But you know what? After tonight, my legs are tired. But it's finally good to see you down here and talk to you in Victory Lane. Congratulations on a good season. I hope we get to see you back here next year again.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Justin Buttorf, your SCDRA winner tonight. Boy, let's bring Steven Sood over here. Where's that champion at? What were you worried about? How come you had to be? Huh? Well, you had me wonder because I don't even know what your points gap is, breakdown between class or between positions. And to see Justin out there and you had like 3 or 4 cars and between the two of you, it's like, oh, Lord, here we go. But you found your way to get into a little bit more of a comfort zone to make sure you got that title.
Absolutely. Like I said to a couple of the guys just now, patience got us everything we've done this season, whether it was getting to the track, helping them guys out, or them helping me. The wins came this year Unfortunately, up Winchester, 2 of them got tangled up. Same thing happened here, you know, but I'll take a win's a win. But at the same time, if, like I said in my head going on the restart, if he had had the championship, good for him. They helped me build the damn car. The least I can be is happy for all of us.
You got more media right here than Mason Ziegler did. You know that? For winning the Fall Class Championship. Who would you like to thank this year?
I'd like to thank everybody that's on the car. Definitely X Performance. They have gotten me through the season, whether it was blowing a motor up the week of the race, the night before the race. Carlos has done an amazing job with the program on our car, and Leonardtown Ford came aboard this year thanks to James and them. Everybody on the car from Edinger's Flooring's been on there all throughout my racing career. The Moose Lodge, they keep continuing no matter what the season brings. And Chaptico Market also been on the car.
Got good chicken.
Chaptico Market, they have definitely they've been with me since I started. And then I got to thank Mason, Joe, my brother, my pops for most of it. He keeps helping me, whether it's funding or whether it's a hand on the car. Other than yesterday, unfortunately, we almost weren't here because he crushed me with the car. Trying to help out, but trying to do too much sometimes. And then my girlfriend, her mother coming out, my parents most of all, Allie, all the guys right here that continuous the week.
Now, why isn't Allie smiling? She looks too serious over there. What's wrong?
Hey, she should be very happy. She's in the top 10. That's more than I can say I did my first season. 15th in my first season. She damn near, I guess, 8th or 9th or something like that. So, and then Cody Bottorff, congratulations to him getting in the top 10. John Healy on a hell of a run. And then Justin winning on it. But
Well, we are going to see you in January to get that championship trophy. Stephen, I know you've done a lot of hard work down here, running up at Winchester as well. It's good to have you back here as our champion.
thank you. Thank you to you and Billy, too. Thank you.
All right. Billy took the night off, maybe rip up and down them damn stairs.
Thank you, David and Missy, for bringing this track back to where I feel like it's more of a different surface. But, either way, it was racy before and it's racy now. You're going to have the ups and downs, but they're doing a great job with whatever they're trying to do with it. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. All right. Stephen Suit, your champion in the SCDRA Roadster Division for 2025. We will honor him and all of our champions, top 10s, and many other deserving recipients of so many great things here in 2025 at Potomac. Coming up January 10th at our awards banquet, and we look forward to seeing everybody there.